We're back in the camper to do some work. Last time I had taken that window out, and so I took it all apart and got all the pieces painted up. So I still got to do a clear coat on them and then be ready to reassemble. But I'm going to get on the outside. We're going to work on pulling the trim off on the outside and resealing that up, putting some fresh butyl tape on it, just so we don't have to worry about it leaking any. So we'll go outside and start on that. The butyl tape still held on pretty good. So I got all the screws on the outside perimeter of the roof taken out. As you can see, that's what held the roof down. And so before I go and clean that old butyl tape off there and put fresh on and then re-screw it down, I'm going to sturdy up these ceiling joists. I went ahead and cut a template for a one-piece scab to go across there. As you can see, these are just 1x2s. Laid flat, and then it's got these piece of paneling just kind of keeping it spaced out. So I'm gonna go cut some little blocks, put in there, and then lift up on this and glue and nail that in place. As you can see, it's about a 1/2 inch sag on that. So we'll go ahead and do all that, and it's really sagging right here at the air conditioner. So we'll brace that up, probably double it up as far as those scabs go. That way we don't have any issues later on. So we'll get to cutting more scabs and start installing them. Decided to go ahead and scab both sides, so I'm using this board to lift the joist up and then running the string line checking it. Alright, that looks good. Alright, we'll let that dry for a few. Go ahead and cut two more. So we got all the joists scabbed up. They turned out real nice. Right here at the air conditioner, I tripled up on the OSB on the one side. This side, as soon as it cut out, I was only able to do it for half of it. But so ceiling joists are complete. Now I'm going through up here, scraping the old butyl tape off that, which it's very tedious. That way we can put fresh tape down and re-screw it down. We got the window parts all painted, and the glass put in. So once we get down with the roof and all that, we can get that window put back in. It's old, not really doing its job anymore. Alright, so I've got the roof screwed down for about 2/3 of it, and I'm back to this point here. There's a hole, which it was the refrigerator vent. Since I'm not using that refrigerator, we're going to seal it up. So I'm going to cut a piece of sheet metal and patch it from the top side, but we'll frame up inside here so we have a good solid board for the screws to go down to. So we'll get to making that. I just got the patch finished up here where that refrigerator vent was. I ran out of screws, so I still got all the way around to let the screw down. Gotta get some more of those, but I think we may go ahead and start messing with trying to put that window back in.
It's stuck. There we go.
All right. Got it?
Yep. Did you hear that owl?
Yeah. How's it look?
This looks awesome.
Yeah. Not as early as I was hoping, huh? All right, so we got the window put in. Turned out real nice. It's hard to see right now because it's dark out, but we'll get a shot of it in the daylight. We just have 5 more windows redo like that, and then we've got those 2 small windows to build. Then the windows be complete. But yeah, it turned out real nice. So here's the daytime shot of the window put in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking out the rest of these windows. And then we'll start taking them apart and doing the same thing as that window. Second window out.
What is that? What do you think of it?
Great.
It does look great, doesn't it?
Like the bottom tape is holding pretty well. There we go. All right, last screw. All right.
Daddy, River's making pie.
Is he? Okay. All right. Number 4 out. All right, I have all but the one in each corner of top out because the top was already loose. So we'll see if we can pop the bottom loose. we can pop those last two screws out. There we go. One window left. This is the last window, which is the front one left to get out. We'll have to redo this here because someone just replaced it with some sheet metal. I think we have a wasp nest over here. Got him. So this window isn't just one big one, it's two separate windows. This is the Mercy Escape, so it's a little bit different. So it's got like a frame, and then the window frame attaches to that frame. So we'll just start with this side here. See if we can get it pop loose now. All right. Let's see if we can get that loosened up now. Okay, I think we've got her loosened. Alright, that was the last window. Now it's the fun part, taking them apart. Before we start taking these windows apart, I'm going to go ahead and get some plastic and put in these windows just in case we have any rain pop up in the next few days, because this will take a few days to take these apart, paint them, and then put them all back together. So we'll go ahead and get to that. So I couldn't find any plastic yet to cover the windows up, so I have to get some. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and start taking these apart. We'll go ahead and loosen these screws up a little bit. Some of them get rusty, and so it's handy to use a little impact drill. The last one I had actually, one stripped out, so I had to grind it off and then take a wire wheel and clean it out and crank these windows up. They've got screws on each side, so two here and two here, and then the opposing side. And that's all that holds these glass panels in. which I replace I'll be replacing these screws with new ones. Which I have a couple of these little brackets broken, so I had ordered a few. Hopefully I have enough of them. They were hard to find, the exact same ones. I think it's like vintagetrailer.com or something like that. Had them in stock. Just pop it loose. There's that. Lower portion of the frame is apart now. There's the lower part of the frame, and then you have this bracket, or well, little wiper arms connected to this rod. And it's got a little C-clip there, hold it in place. And they just come loose like that. There we go, finally. I'm gonna start taking the glass out of these. Just screw on each corner here, there. Now these will strip out easy, just because of years of water running down on it. Yep, that one's gonna be contrary. What I do on the last one, I think I did 2 of them. Had to grind the head off and then get the vice grips on the thread. I'm not using these seals, whatever they're called. I'm just using silicone, and it seems like it'll be just fine. If one does happen to leak, I can pop the panel out, redo it. It's no big deal. See, these are double thickness, 2 panels with like some factory tint between them. It's a little rough looking around the edges, but we're not too worried about it. It's not a full restore, so it doesn't matter. See, that's the problem one there, so probably take the grinder, get that head off there. Alright, just like I say, ground the head off of it. Like that. And there's a tiny bit of thread there. See if we can get these vice grips. Well, I think we'll just have to clean that with the grinder. There we go. We got it out. And then we'll take and go ahead and scrape the butyl tape off this, and then we'll soak it in some soap water. Well, I didn't do any filming yesterday, but I did get these new vents put in. Went ahead and did a fan on both of these, just because it wasn't that much more for one with the fan. But I'll have to get a different bezel piece because it's the one that came with it is a little too short. And then also I temporarily wired up this AC and it blows cold, so I won't have to worry about that now. And then all these window pieces, they're in the process of getting painted. Still got to do clear coat. A couple of them I still got to do paint. They're just primered, but majority of them are ready for a clear coat. And then if we go outside, I got the 2 hatch covers made. They're just primered right now. I put them on because there's a chance of rain today, so I'm gonna take them off and paint them and butyl tape around, because right now they're not sealed up or nothing. It's just on there to keep the rain out. And then we've got this old vent here that was for the old heater. I'm gonna do the same thing, make a small rectangle cover for it. And then the small windows up top, I got the frame pieces cut for them last night, and they're painted. And then I gotta cut the glass for it now. So we'll get back to work. All right, so we've got a light here. It's actually for a house, but we're gonna put it, it's gonna be the outside light. And it's gonna be wired up at 12 volt. And we're just gonna run a 12 volt light bulb in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these nuts loose, put some silicone in them and around the glass too, to keep everything from rattling loose while traveling. So I put some silicone to help hold these little top nuts in place, so that way they won't back out while vibrating or driving down the road. So now I'm going to put just a little bit of silicone in this groove where the glass slides down. That way it doesn't just vibrate and possibly crack on us. Alright, there it is. I'll do a little bit of cleanup on it, but hopefully that'll prevent it from rattling loose while driving. So I'm going to go ahead and get the outside light put up. I went ahead and got the outside outlet put in, got an outside shower, and then the water tank fill put in. So we're going to get the light put in and then go to the other side and install the hatch covers. I got them painted, so we'll reinstall them, and then I think the antenna mount, and I think that's it on that side. Yeah, you got screwdrivers. Yeah. Yep. Alright, got the light put up. Looks pretty good. We'll just have to the butyl tape around there, and we'll get to the back side and start putting those hatch covers on. Going out. You want to help me use some of those screws?
Yeah. Surely do.
Thank you.
Hey, Daddy, can I do it?
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy, can I do it?
Yep. Let me get it started for you, okay? Alright, squeeze the trigger. Slowly. Alright, slow. Alright, good job. You can do it again. Pull your trigger slow. Good. You want to get another screw? Yeah, let me get that started real quick. Alright. You get it? Alright, pull the trigger slow. Alright, good job. You grab another screw?
Hey, Daddy, let me get it unstarted, okay?
Okay. Alright.
Hey, Daddy, you can do that. I can do the screws, okay?
Okay. Alright, we'll grab some more screws.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes are out.
This one?
Yep. Alright, go ahead and start putting them in the spots if you want.
Few more?
Yep. We need 4 more screws.
And we will be done?
Yep, we'll be done with this one.
Not all of them. Hey, there's one right here.
Well, we're just doing...
There's one right there.
Yeah, that's where the fender goes. All right, thank you.
One more?
Nope,
Okay.
that's the 4. We'll go through, tighten these all up, okay? Need longer in there. Joe Dusty.
What, Mom?
Here, scoot back. Daddy's got to put that there.
I want to see the screws.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start getting the marker lights installed. The old ones were round, and the new ones I got are kind of skinny and long, and they don't cover the existing screws. So what I had to do was take some aluminum, cut a plate, and then the light's going to mount on top of that plate, like so. So we're going to go ahead and get those started installed. Got to drill the holes for the wires, and then put butyl tape on the back side of these and screw it to the camper. So that's what it'll look like. Once the butyl tape gets smashed around, we'll clean it up. Doesn't look too bad. Like I say, we'll clean that up around there, and we've got 13 more to do. Got the front all done on the lights there. Turned out real nice. So now I'll jump on the back side and do those. So we're still doing some painting on windows and all. Getting close to it. Did go and take these tires, wheels and tires off, and got new tires put on. Turned out pretty good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the door off and take this door frame off, so then we can paint that frame. And then the rear hatch, we'll do the same thing. All right, door off. Which we won't be putting that door back on. I have that new door we got. So we'll cut it down and get it installed too. There we go. Had one screw that has been contrary. Alright. Now we got this frame off, we'll go to the back side of the camper and take that hatch off, and then we'll clean these frames up and start painting them. Okay, we got all the screws out, so we'll pop this door and frame out together.
You got so many of these. Look.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. Dad, you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Dad, you got a lot of stuff, Dad.
Yeah. Alright. Now we'll take the door out of this frame, clean up the frame, and paint it along with the entry door frame. So I temporary wired in breaker box. Got this window ready. It's the kitchen window. So we're gonna go ahead and get that set in. All right, window number 2. All right, window turned out pretty nice. These windows are taking a long time. There's a lot of parts to them. So we've only got that window and that window done so far. So I gotta do a few things and then we'll go to the bathroom window and get it installed. I gotta go through and tighten up these screws first thing. So we'll catch you at the bathroom window. All right, so this is the third window going in. the other windows we still have to assemble. Got the AC running, it feels pretty good in there. But not too much stays in because the windows and door is off. Then no insulation still. So we'll finish getting this screwed on. Then we'll start assembling some windows. Alright, so the windows all screwed in. Looks pretty good. Which, you see this here, what is it? It's the factory tent. Kind of breaking away inside there, but it's no big deal. This is bathroom window, so we'll probably put some frost on the inside. That way you can't see in. Alright, so we've got the rear area prepped up. We're gonna go ahead and get that installed. And then we may go ahead and throw the door frame in and then get back on the windows. Alright, we got the hatch on. Looks pretty good. Like I said, we'll eventually paint that door when we paint the rest of the camper. So we'll go ahead and install the door frame. So we'll go around and finish screwing this in. I still have to cut the door down, so we may wait to do that till we install these two big windows. Not sure yet, we'll see. So I went ahead and decided to do the door before we did these two windows. One right here and then one back over there, but as soon as Shayna comes out, we'll get this one put in and then get that one put in. Still like the little ones up in the corner and the two in the very front, but it's starting to get dark on us, so we're gonna try to get those in tonight. You got it? Excuse me, bad over here. Good. All right.
Yep.
All right, you got it? So we still got to put all the screws in it, but it's starting to get dark. Turned out real nice. And the door, we cleaned the stripes off and it'll be painted with the camper. So we're gonna call it evening. So an update on the camper. Got all the windows put in, even the two little up top. Got the door put on. So now we're going to be working on the inside and start wiring it up. I'm going to start with running the wiring for the trailer lights first, and then running all the 12-volt power, and then doing the 120-volt last. So I just got the rear tail lights and rear marker lights all wired up. Now we'll move up to the front and get those front marker lights, and then get the plug wired in. Got some of these low temp heat shrink solder connectors. They work out real nice. And after I get done heat shrink and soldering them, I let them cool down for a bit, and then I'll go through and check the connections. And so far, they've all held up really well. Alright, so I just got those running lights hooked up, ran down, and then now I'm going outside and hook them to the trailer plug. So I got the trailer plug hooked up and tested all the lights, and they worked out good. So once it gets dark, we'll do a walk around with all the lights lit up. So now we're going to start wiring in for our 12-volt power supply, some lights in here. All the power is going to come out in this area here. So I've got a diagram drawn up where I'm going to have all the fixtures, switches, and power supplies at. So we'll go through label, put some labels in the locations, so then I can just start running the wires and get that going. Alright, so we got the lights lit up. Come around here to the back side. Turned out real nice looking. Except for I noticed earlier, I forgot to wire up the license plate lights, so I gotta do that tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll get back on wiring inside. We made pretty good progress earlier, so we'll hopefully finish it tomorrow. All right, back out at the camper. Just finished up all the 12-volt wiring. Went and checked it with a voltmeter. Voltage was good at every spot. Switches worked where I have them. So now start to do the 120 volt. That should go a little bit faster because it's just going to be a handful of receptacles and just appliance stuff, but it won't be no big issue. And I did get the license plate light wired up. I still haven't checked it, just confirmed, but I mean it's just 2 wires, so ain't no big deal. So now let's get on the 120 volt. So got all the wiring ran in here now, minus doing all the receptacles and all that, but all the wires are ran. And so left a lot of tails on these, so that way when we put the paneling up, it'd be easier to pull them through. So we should be pretty much ready to start doing some insulating, so we'll start on that tomorrow. Well, I haven't done any recording in a day or two, but me and Shannon, we've been working really hard trying to get this camper good enough to go camping in. Today's July 3rd, and we have a campsite booked for tomorrow, July 4th, for the next couple days. And yeah, we're down to the wire. I have all day to work on it, but so we've got majority of the insulation up. We got paneling on the ceiling. So what I'm gonna be doing now is starting on the paneling on the walls. We won't have a bathroom for this trip. It's pretty much just going to be a box, but we do have working AC, so that's all that matters. So I've got to do the paneling. There's maybe like 5% of insulation left to do, if that. And then get the wiring, or get everything hooked up to the wiring. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and the flooring. Still got to do the flooring. Still got to do the repairs. I was waiting to do that to the very end, which is right now. I don't know if we'll get the flooring laid down. We may just be on straight OSB floor for this trip. I don't know. It's about 7:20 in the morning, and we've got a long day ahead of us. So we're going to get back at it. So we made it back from our trip. We had a good time. The camper worked out great. I didn't get to film a lot that last day or two because we were in such a time crunch working on the camper, but we did get, like I say, all the paneling put up, got all the receptacles put in, USB ports, lights installed. Did get temporary water system put in, so we had an outside shower, water heater, and all that. And we had a fridge. But still a lot left on this camper, but we're going to go ahead and end this video here. So we'll see you next time.